All right, here we are for the month of January around the planet, and I'm super excited to introduce Connor Thomas. So Connor, thank you again for willing to be interviewed and share a little bit about yourself to the Planet family. Why don't we go ahead and start with what your current title is and what do you do?
Sure, absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. So my name is Connor Thomas. I'm the Parts and Service Director here at Planet Honda.
And how long have you been here?
So I've been here now, I think 15 months.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And you're kind of unusual because you came in as a manager, as a director.
I did.
So usually, as everybody knows, usually we try and promote from within, and at the time, there wasn't anybody that was ready. So it just worked out that you came from the outside. Where did you come from? What's your background on your history of car business or not car business? Or
Sure, yeah. So I started at an Acura dealership in Littleton, Colorado.
All right.
Actually started right out of high school.
Oh, wow.
My mom found an ad in the newspaper for a car wash position.
I love it.
Kind of took off from there. So I was in the car wash, was a lot technician for a while.
Okay.
Was a service writer, internal service writer.
Okay.
And then just a service advisor, assistant manager for a few years, and then I was parts and service director for the last 4 years. I was there before I came here.
Okay, great. So your resume is perfect, right? That's what you would do. I mean, you kind of started and worked your way up. You know the whole department.
Yeah.
And you really came prepared. You've done a fabulous job in the department, so thank you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's really amazing to see you come in, and the team just kept going, and you built a fabulous team, and the advisors and the technicians, everybody seems to just flow down there.
We have a great team. I mean, I was fortunate to come into a store that wasn't completely ruined.
Right.
And not have to rebuild a store.
Right.
And lots of great processes and procedures in place already, and we just kind of rolled with it.
Yeah.
Juan was here too when I first started, so the transition period was awesome there, having him to kind of guide me and show me, everything that he had in place before he stepped out and moved on, and we just continue to build a team. I'm super fortunate to have the team that I have. We have a great team of techs and advisors and just the whole team.
Yeah, it's great to go down there. It's just a nice environment. Everyone, you don't feel any problems or hostility between each other. They're just down there. They're working. They're having a good time. And they're getting everything done. And it's been stressful. Sometimes we're swamped. Sometimes we're not as busy. So it's nice to see how well you're managing that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So it's definitely a challenge day to day. It can be.
It totally is. I know.
Big crew.
Yeah, it really is. How big is it? Tell everybody how big the crew is. Maybe people don't know how big our department is.
Sure. So I've got 47 coworkers underneath me.
Okay.
Between parts and service.
So it's a lot.
It is. 27 technicians.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Service writers. The porter crews, parts department crew.
It's a lot. So everyone is doing a great job, and you're a great leader. We have a great team.
Yeah,
so
excited
to have that.
Yeah, thank you.
So Connor, I know we're always looking for technicians. How do we recruit them? If someone wants, maybe are thinking about it, do we kind of have a career path for them, or how does that work? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are always looking for good people, just overall.
Sure.
We have a great career path for technicians, whether you're entry level or you're experienced technician. We have an apprenticeship program. Typically, we start people on an express team, and we have a program set up for a year where they're in an apprenticeship, and they're paired up with a master technician and get to have that time to really learn all of our processes and procedures while they're on that apprenticeship.
Right.
And then when they graduate from there, we put them onto the line and continue to grow them.
That's
we're really good about growing our own technicians here. Just the process that we have in place and the plans and the benefits that we give to our technicians is huge, and I think it really sets us apart from a lot of the other dealerships around town.
Now, do they need to have any experience coming in? Let's say I want to be an apprentice and I don't have any experience. Do I have to have a little bit, or we can walk in just without anything?
You don't have to have anything.
Wow.
No. And you don't necessarily have to go right into a technician position to start either. I mean, we can put you in a different position in the store to kind of learn, how the dealership life works and how the processes and everything works in a dealership, and grow you from there and put you into a position that works for you and where we can make you really successful.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know we have a lot of master technicians.
We do.
I don't know if you want to maybe explain what that is. I thought that was fascinating when I was researching that a while back.
Yeah, absolutely. So at a dealership, you get certified by the manufacturer. So you do manufacturer training. Some of it is in-person training, where we send you out to like Honda school.
Right.
Other parts of it are online self-study training that we do. The benefit of that is you learn the processes that the manufacturer wants us to follow. And basically what happens is the technicians go through step-by-step training on that and become certain levels of techs. So you'll have express technician or an apprentice technician or mainline technician. But once they complete all of the self-studies and all of the in-person training, they get master certified by Honda,
Right.
by the manufacturer.
Right. It's hard to do. It's a huge achievement.
It is.
It really is. And I don't remember. I used to know how many total there were. I don't know if you know that. We could look that up. But it's not a huge number.
No, I don't know the total.
I don't
amount
either.
in the
I don't
in the
either.
U.S.
Right.
But we've got 7 or 8 that are fully certified here, and continue to send people to school and get them certified. So
Yeah, it's very impressive.
it is.
Very proud of our people that work hard and achieve that goal.
Yeah, it's a big
It's great.
accomplishment.
It really is.
Yeah.
So what about service advisors? What are you looking for in a service advisor? Experience, no experience? I always thought that would be a fun job now that the technicians have their cameras, because it would make my life easier if I was an advisor. At least I say that. I don't know if it really is.
Sure.
But at least you get to see what's really wrong with your car.
Right.
I love that we do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Service advisors have probably one of the toughest jobs, I think,
That's
in
what
the,
I've
in the
heard.
dealership. You're people facing all the time. You're constantly busy. You're seeing the most customers every day.
Right.
And people aren't necessarily super happy when they come in for
No.
service. You know, you have to
No.
take the situation that you're given and try to make it a really good one and a
a good
positive one
point.
when they leave. So it's
It's not like
definitely
buying a car.
challenging.
Buying a car is fun. It's new
Right.
and fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spinning-
But no one likes it when the car breaks down.
No.
You know? So it's
I know.
challenging for them.
Yeah.
But we have a great team, great service advisors down there, and they do an awesome job
do an
of taking
amazing
care of our
job.
customers and providing the level of service that we expect.
They're always busy.
Always.
So what are you looking for in somebody as a service advisor? If I said, Connor, I think I want to apply for this job, what do you look for as far as traits or personality or anything?
So we definitely need someone that's people focused and are able to have a good relationship and build relationships with
Right.
people. They need to be able to multitask quite a bit. We've got lots of different programs that they're working through day to day, and computer skills is a big part of it.
Right. Wow.
Automotive knowledge is a plus. It's not necessarily, you don't have to have it. It's not required. We can train that. But the people thing is huge.
It's
just
huge.
being able to communicate with the customer.
Right.
And to understand their concerns and be able to relay back to them what the technicians are telling them, and try to put it into a situation where they can understand it and appreciate it.
Yeah. And just keep their energy level high. I don't know how they do it, but they do a great job.
They work quite a bit of hours too.
They do. It's
So,
a lot of hours. Okay,
Yeah.
so what's interesting is the parts department. I think the standard line at dealer meetings or things like that you always hear is no one really talks a lot about the parts department, and it's a huge part of the store.
It is.
And it's very important. So maybe just tell us a little bit about the parts department and what you look for in that kind of applicant.
Yeah, so our parts department, their job is super busy as well and super important.
Right.
They have to provide all of the parts for all the repairs that are needed on the cars, of course. The challenging thing, and this has kind of come out of COVID, and it hasn't really changed, but the back order parts and
Yeah.
Parts
That's
not
true.
being available at all.
That's true.
So they're constantly having to research and figure out, where they can pull those parts
Wow.
from, and
Yeah.
do we have different options? Can we
Right.
get a part from a different supplier? All those kinds of things. So parts people are typically pretty analytic. They like the numbers.
Yeah.
They're constantly
Yeah.
looking at quantities of what they have on
Right.
hand and
Right.
what we need to restock, and are we going
Right.
to run out? Are we going to have enough?
It's a huge job. That supply chain, trying
It is.
to predict what you're going to need,
Yeah,
I think is very challenging, and they do a fabulous job. I know they had an inventory and did great.
we did. We had a super
Yeah.
clean inventory, and the department did very, very well.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear.
Yeah,
So thank you, Parts. Good job.
yeah, absolutely.
So when would you say is your busiest time, if there is one, in your department? Or does it really just all the time?
So it's kind of seasonal,
Okay.
and service departments typically are. So typically it's anywhere between probably January and March is where is our slow season,
Okay.
and then we start picking up again April through typically the end of the year,
Wow.
and it's just kind of semi-controlled chaos from
Okay.
April all the way through the end of the year.
You think
which
it's
is-
like summer traveling, or what makes it busier during that time?
I think it is. I think a lot more people are on the roads,
just driving.
traveling. The weather's warmer. People want
Right.
to go outside and do things,
Yeah.
go on
Yeah.
adventures.
Right.
We're in a great state,
Yeah.
Colorado, so
Go hiking.
lots of traveling to the mountains
Yep.
and hiking and
Yep.
all that stuff.
So everybody get it ready for that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I know a little bit about your hobbies and things like that. What would you like to share with us about what you like to do on your free time?
Sure. Yeah. So wintertime, I'm a big skier.
I knew that. Yeah.
Love to ski.
How many days last year?
Last year I did 42 days.
Oh my gosh.
This year I'm on 20. Tomorrow will be 23.
Oh my gosh.
So,
I think I'm on 4.
4? Yeah. It's a lot of dedication.
It is. What's your favorite ski run? Not name, but style.
Style?
You're like,
So I am. I'm definitely bumps and jumps.
okay. Love it.
Love Mary Jane.
Oh, I love it.
Loveland's one of my favorite mountains as well. Just
Okay.
love the back bowls in Loveland and
Oh my gosh.
going off the cornices up there at the top and stuff like that.
Wow. You're a very adventurous skier.
Yeah.
I like
Pretty
the bumps, but I
reckless.
don't do jumps. Yeah, reckless.
yeah.
So do you have any video that you could share with us
I probably do.
of some
yeah,
jumps
yeah.
or just a great bump run?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. We're going to get that from you and put it in the video.
There's some on Loveland's page too.
Seriously?
Yeah, you can go on there and find some.
Okay, well, can we somehow get those off and put them in this video?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. How long have you been skiing for?
Like 12 years,
Oh, not all that long.
13 years maybe.
Of course, you're really young, too.
Yeah, so I didn't start, like growing up, we didn't really have a lot of money to necessarily do those kind of activities.
Yeah.
So I didn't get into it till I was in high school.
Wow, you
then,
really took it on.
And then it just kind of went crazy from there. And just been dedicated to doing it.
I love it.
so
Now, do you do any amateur racing at all?
I don't know.
You should.
No.
There's something that coming up. I should find out when it is. It's in Vail, and it's like a bump. It's like 3 different races for amateurs. You should do that.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of fun.
I race ski patrol every once in a while.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think we should look into that and follow you.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's awesome. Okay, that's great though. So how did you decide to do the jumps, and how do you do a jump? I've never done a big jump.
You know, it took a little while for me to get comfortable doing it. Just the whole being in the air thing and traveling.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Trying to land it was difficult at first, but now I'm just hooked on it. It's like an adrenaline
So tell me
rush.
how many jumps you can do. Like tell everybody, like, because there's so many different kind of
Yeah.
aerials that you could do.
Yeah, so I'm not really like a park
You're
guy.
a 360 guy?
I can do 180s. I can. I've done some front flips.
Wow.
But I'm not a park guy. I don't like to hit the rails or the jumps in the parks. I'm more
Okay.
of just
Yeah. No.
sending off of cliffs and stuff like that.
Right.
And
Right.
cornices and
Wow.
knuckles that are on the hills.
So is that more of a like vertical feet that you're jumping down? Would
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah.
Wow. 'Cause, yeah, there's huge rocks and stuff. I always see people do it, and I'm like, they're nuts.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty dangerous sometimes. I mean, I've had some pretty good spills too. So
Yeah. Well.
I don't want to hurt myself, not be able to work.
No,
either.
of course
so
not.
I try to keep it somewhat
right.
tame.
Calm.
but,
Yeah. Well, I like the bumps. I started doing those, and Lee really helped me zillions of years ago to understand like the way the mountain runs. You know, like we had a little rock and we threw it down, and how it rolled is to ski that ski that path.
Yeah.
And it feels so much more natural than trying to force it.
Yeah, you kind of just gotta
Go with it.
go with the flow.
I know.
Yeah,
I was trying to
yeah,
explain it to my
absolutely.
granddaughters. I'm like, it's kind of like dancing to
Yep.
me. Skiing, like to me, is like getting your rhythm. But I'm not a huge bump. I can do bumps, but not huge bumps, and I can't do jumps. So I'm very impressed,
Yeah, thank you.
and I can't wait to see the video.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
Perfect. Oh, I have a question for you. Powder. I am not a huge powder skier. So I did get some new skis last year that I got to use this weekend because it was a blizzard.
Nice.
And what's interesting is this is the only ski I've ever had that has a right and a left leg. And then on a powder day, you switch them. So then, like the way the curve is or the steel or whatever is in there is different. But I don't know. I was kind of leaning back, and Lee's like, don't lean back. But how would you ski powder different than regular skiing, would you say?
So powder, more of, instead of just like kind of pointing your skis and turning with the skis, you kind of jump more.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
jumping
yeah.
and
I was
turning
doing
and
that a
kind
little
of
bit.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. So, but powder
okay.
skiing is much different. It's
I know.
much
My
more
legs were
difficult.
burning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it destroys your legs.
I know.
Monday, I skied Sunday, and Monday my legs were just wrecked.
Yeah, I did like 2 or 3 runs, and my legs were wrecked. So I didn't make it the whole day.
Yep.
Okay, so to do a little bit more of that.
A little bit more jumping and turning.
Yeah. It was interesting. Anyway, well, thank you again. I sure appreciate your time, and it was fun to learn more about you. And
course.
again, we appreciate all the hard work you do down there.
Yeah, got to be a part of the team.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.